So, welcome to the Honey Pot. My name is Abby Tarpey. I am a video editor and interviewer here. So, just kind of as a generic first question, if you want to introduce yourself.
My name is Casey Bishop. I am 17 years old and I'm from Estero, Florida. And yeah.
Kind of in that vein, what has been, I know it's a big summary, but what has been kind of like your artistic journey, maybe like a little bit of like your musical history?
Um, okay, so I have always loved to sing since I was probably like 2 or 3. I started singing apparently. And then in middle school, I had discovered Fleetwood Mac and I became obsessed with Stevie Nicks. And that was the first time I ever felt like I wanted to make my own music. And that was like a big deal. And so I started writing like poems and like little songs because I was feeling super inspired by Stevie Nicks. And then it just never ended from there. Then I went on American Idol and everything happened. I'm so lucky and blessed for that show. And now I'm making music.
Period.
Yeah.
So when you were on American Idol, you would add your own like rock or alternative twist on a lot of popular classics from artists like Billie Eilish or Coldplay or Motley Crue. So what was the process like?
I'm sorry, what was the process like?
Yeah, like adding that twist to the songs. How did you go about that?
Um, I didn't I don't know. I made it clear from the beginning like I love classic rock. I love 90s rock or just like 90s music in general. Um and Chris Pooley, the band director, he and the vocal coaches, they knew all about that. So like every arrangement was like there was a little twist in it, like it seemed like just for me and them because they love to do like the rock stuff. So I give Chris Pooley all the credit there and the band, the American Idol band.
And I know we mentioned Stevie Nicks earlier, but kind of speaking of those like alternative artists, who are some of your favorites or maybe some inspirations?
Um, okay, so I've been really obsessed with Fiona Apple lately. I mean, I loved her music before, but now I'm like religiously listening to her, and um, I feel so inspired to write something like every time I listen to her. And I saw Red Hot Chili Peppers in concert like a few days ago, and I've always loved them. But ever since I saw them in concert, I've been listening to them nonstop. Um, Super inspiring concert. And Poe, she's 90s. I working on some of the songs like earlier this year. I was obsessed with her. Her album, I forget what it's called, but Alanis, Gwen Stefani. I love Billie Eilish. I love Billie. Um, Willow, 100%. Yeah. Oh, and Daniel Caesar. Love Daniel Caesar.
Love him. I saw Billy in concert in February, and it was right when Willow had to cancel opening
Gosh.
for her. And we were like, I kind of wanted to see Willow more,
Oh,
but I'm ready to see her as like the headliner. It'll be her moment.
yes.
Kind of,
Oh my gosh. Wait.
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I was gonna ask, you saw Billy?
She's one of my favorite artists. So like I love
Yeah.
5 Seconds of Summer and Billy and kind of like alt pop, and then I go really indie, which they never have shows
Mhm.
for. But for Billy, we'd waited because of like COVID quarantine, and then she added a show where I'm at, and it was just insane. She's but kind of talking about concerts, who are some of maybe like what was your first concert? Maybe what was your favorite concert?
Okay, so my first concert was I was in 7th grade and I went to see Little Big Town, and Casey Musgraves was opening for them, and Casey Musgraves is amazing. And my that was my first concert, and then I saw my second concert. I saw ZZ Top and Cheap Trick. They were amazing, but my favorite concert was Red Hot Chili Peppers. That I don't know if that can be. That was so surreal. That was crazy.
But getting back to artists and kind of some of your experience, what was it like doing duets with people like Luke Bryan and Brandon Boyd?
Oh my god, it was nuts. I mean, like, I think I that's crazy. Brandon Boyd, he was one of like the nicest people I've ever met, and um, I haven't talked to him in a little bit, but like, he was so supportive of me on the show, like all throughout the show, and he was so kind. And then Luke, oh my god, I love Luke. He was also very supportive of me on the show, and I don't know. It's just it. All I can say is like it felt surreal. That's like the most I can say. But it's crazy. Like singing with Luke Bryan and Brandon Boyd, Incubus. I don't know. It's crazy. That's all I can say.
Is there anyone that you would like dream of duetting with?
I always said Steven Tyler. I love Steven Tyler. Um, yeah, definitely. I mean, Stevie Nicks would be amazing. But at Steven Tyler, like duet, like when I think of a duet, that he's always come to mind for some reason. I mean, not for some reason. He's great, but
What song would you want to sing with him?
Walk This Way,
Classic.
maybe. Yeah, I mean that's the first song that came to mind. So
Um, and still talking about other artists and kind of experiences with them, because you have interacted with a lot, like a large variety of artists. What was it like opening for Foreigner?
um, really crazy. I mean, they were so good. Like sound exactly like the record. And same with John Fogerty. He's like not the youngest person, and he was same with Ford. They were amazing. I got to meet John for like 1 second, but I did not get to meet um any of the band members of Foreigner, but it was still really cool.
I love that. And I assume they're also probably influencing your music in their own way.
Yeah, totally. All that stuff.
And talking about your music, I'm a very visual artist personally, and so I always love seeing different artists' music videos and visualizers. And so I was kind of curious how the alternative genre and like that 90s aesthetic impacts both your music, but also the visuals you create.
I'd say I think it impacted a lot uh the stuff that we did on this project, especially like I mean the Don't Talk music video. That's super 90s. I was feeling really No Doubt inspired. um but definitely don't want to like be all about the 90s, like kind of be inspired by it, but like have my own vibe. It's raining. Um, and, but upcoming music videos, I'd say there's a lot. There's a lot of that 90s vibe. Because I love the 90s music videos. I think they're so entertaining and really, I don't know. I love all that stuff.
Yeah, I loved in your most recent music video, like the fisheye lens seems like a very key part.
Yes.
And it
Yeah.
was so interesting.
Gian Ennio, the director, he knew what was up.
Yeah, and with your team, I because I kind of like visuals and I'm always intrigued by who's creating them. I noticed
Yeah.
that both of your music videos have pretty much the same core team, like the same director, producer, and cinematographer, even though the videos are a few months apart. And so I was curious how you think like having the same returning crew impacts it, whether it makes it easier or maybe more enjoyable.
Well, the thing is, we filmed Bad Dream and Don't Talk in 2 days.
Oh
Span of
wow.
2 days. Yeah. So we had Jen and Neo do those 2 videos. He was amazing. That was amazing. I do but for the I don't know if I can say, but for some new things, there's a new director who is just amazing and totally read my mind with everything, just as much as Jen Enio did. So, um, yeah, same hairstylist, same makeup artist, same stylist, same team overall, basically.
Would you ever be interested in working in more of those visual mediums and maybe directing your own music videos one day, or are you more strict
Yes,
in music? Ooh, okay.
totally, 100%.
Do you have a favorite medium?
Favorite medium? Meaning, wait, what does that mean?
So like artistic mediums would be like photography, video, maybe makeup, fashion.
Okay, yeah, I would say I don't know if I'm, you know, I don't know if I'm the best picture taker, but like I love doing it. And I would say I like directing music videos. I would love to do my own, and like, I would even love to um, act. I've always loved to act, and I used to be in plays and stuff. So yeah,
Would you prefer acting on screen or more on stage?
screen.
I
Yeah,
get that.
totally.
Would you think that acting for screens, like, are you picturing like Dream World, you are a Hollywood star? Is it more from like a TV show or a film?
I would say a film. Like, yeah, I don't know if I could do, because I feel like with shows, people like literally attach you to the character, and like you are the character, and like, you know what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like with movies it's a little bit less like that, but I mean it's still like that. People still do that, but with TV shows it's like, you know. But yeah, it's definitely I would say movies
Mhm.
for
That
sure.
makes me have to ask what one of your favorite movies are. Some of your favorites.
Okay. The Wizard of Oz, just because it was the first movie I have ever watched. Um, Dirty Dancing. I love Alien from like the 70s. Uh, um, those are all like childhood movies. That's why they're my favorites. But um,
They're classics.
you know, Dirty Dancing. I would say I love that movie. Um,
You remember like the first time you watched it?
yes. I mean, I can remember the first time I watched The Wizard of Oz and like where I was and what I was doing. I was like eating peanuts. I was like 2. And Dirty Dancing, I was blowing bubbles on the couch watching it.
If you could be in like Dirty Dancing's remake, do you think that would be like your star comeback, or would you want to act in a different type of film?
I would love to, but I don't think I am the best dancer. So I don't know. I move to my own beat. When I'm like told how to dance, I look crazy. Like it's embarrassing.
Dancing is so much more difficult than people give it credit
I
for.
know. I know. Bad. It's fun, but bad when I'm told how to like dance.
So I'm guessing dancing will not be a big starring thing in the next music video. It might be
Probably not. Maybe. Maybe if I get some confidence and like learn how to do it, maybe. But not
you
anytime
could
soon.
have like a little like group backup dancing moment.
Yes. Not me. That's what they do.
And going back to your music, your first EP is coming out soon. Very exciting. What are you most excited for?
Um, I'm so excited for people to hear songs that I've written and like I just the thought of like people relating to my music is really exciting. That's like it might sound like cheesy, but like it's really really exciting to me. Like I sang one of my songs, and people were coming up to me saying like how much they related to it and like that because I know how it feels like relating to an artist, and it's like so like to have people feel that way about me is just like really fucking cool, you know?
Yeah. Do you think there's been any specific like themes or types of ideas that the music industry has kind of glossed over that are relatable and you are trying to put out more?
Yeah, I mean, totally. There's a lot of everything. Everything's just like heartbreak, and I mean, there's one song, "Blurry Vision," that actually comes out tonight. Um, that song is about like missing your childhood and missing not missing your childhood is one part, but like how the little things used to excite you when you were like younger and feeling like super nostalgic and growing up is like sad sometimes. But yeah, just a lot. It's basically every song stems from heartbreak, and except for "Don't Talk." Basically,
I love the idea of kind of talking about childhood nostalgia and not exclusively making it positive. I feel like everyone idealizes childhood.
hey,
So that's an interesting perspective to take.
yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, and because like growing up, it's exciting, but like I am I need to like work on this, but I'm like a deeply nostalgic person where like that's like why my favorite movies are movies I watched when I was like 2 or 3 or 4, you know? So
And I don't think that's a bad thing though, because I feel you. Like I am too nostalgic. I'm too like I focus on the past in a positive way, but I feel like too much.
yes, like I let it consume like yeah, in a
Yeah.
positive way.
Yeah.
But
And so it's like I'm excited to like try and focus on the future, but there are times where like having nostalgic music to listen to and stuff is very fun.
yes, it's very fun.
But talking about the future, with new music coming out, I always like to ask, is there a possibility of touring with the music?
I would love to tour. So I would love to tour. I don't know. I don't know like what I'm not for sure on like what's happening, but that is something like I want to do. So hopefully that is hopefully we can work on that. But I don't think it would not happen.
Yeah, I mean, first EP, I know it's kind of a quick jump, but I'm excited to see where all you can go in the future. And with touring,
Yeah,
do you have any like dream places you'd want to go?
I would love to. I mean, singing in Florida, like my hometown, is like I have a lot of people that support me here. I would love to travel out of the country to like Europe, California, definitely. Um, yeah,
Have you ever been out of the country yet?
no,
Me either.
never. I don't even have my passport.
If you're gonna tour, you need to work on that.
I know, I know. We're doing that like very soon.
Do you have a specific part of Europe you'd want to go to?
I mean, definitely. I mean, I feel like everyone goes to like London, United Kingdom, but I've always wanted to go there. You know,
Yeah. It's cheesy, but I always say Italy because I'm so excited for their food.
Italy.
It's
But
beautiful.
yes,
The bakeries, like I just could not
I
wait.
would love to go to Italy, and I would love to go to France, but I hear the people are a little bit not the most warm. I hear the people aren't the most warm
I
and
get
nice. I don't know that though. I've never been there, so.
that. Well, and if you stick more to like the London, United Kingdom area, they have a very big like alt pop scene, sort of like in the genre
Right.
you're interested in. Because I believe that it was your EP was produced by Youngblood's producer,
Uh-huh.
Eddie.
I feel like everyone goes to London. So I mean, like not everyone, but like it's a popular place to go to touring.
Well, as we're kind of coming to the end, sadly, because it's been longer than I realized. That went by very quick. Just kind of is that like last closing question. I normally like to ask if there's anything you want to plug, anything you'd want to say directly to your fans, future fans. The floor, or I guess the Zoom is yours.
Um, I hope everybody loves the music as much as I do, and I can't wait for more music. I can't wait to hopefully meet everybody and do shows. I don't know. Yeah, pretty much that. Jeez.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure
Thank
meeting
you.
you.
Yes, you too. Oh my God.
And obviously, we'll link your new songs, and then I'm excited for the new EP to be able to be linked down below.
Yes, thank you so much.